we have seen first part of this theorem in last lecture, that is if n be a non-zero, any non-zero non-linear space and n is binary space, then the set S equal to, then the set S equal to x such that norm of x equal to y is complete. Okay, we have already seen in last lecture. So in this lecture we have to show the converse part of that theorem or example. Okay, what is the converse part of that example? If S is a complete, then non-linear space N is a complete non-linear space. Okay, then non-linear space N is a complete. That means N is a binary space. Okay, indirectly that means N is a binary space. That we have to show. What is the idea behind this? Just we have to show any arbitrary Cauchy sequence in N is convergent. Okay, so we consider here Xn we have a Cauchy sequence in N. Okay, then by property of that Cauchy sequence, it obeys the property that implies Xn minus Xn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So we give this equation 1. Okay, so we construct some part of this theorem to show this section convergent. Okay, so we construct yn equal to xn upon norm of xn, because our non-linear space N is a non-zero, so there is at least one element in that space. Suppose xn is that element which is not equal to 0. Okay, so next we take norm on both sides. What we get? Norm of yn is equals to norm of xn upon norm of xn. Okay, this is scalar quantity. We can take out of norm, then 1 upon norm of xn into norm of xn. This both get cancelled. What remain? 1. So that is equal to 1 for all n. So we get norm of yn equal to 1. Norm of yn equal to 1. So this is nothing but element of this set, because in this set every element having norm 1 and this element having norm 1, so this element belongs to yes for all n. So indirectly yn is a sequence in yes. Indirectly yn is a sequence in yes. So now we have to show this yn as yes is a complete. So if we show this yn is a Cauchy sequence, then it must be convergent. Okay, so we will prove that this yn be a Cauchy sequence in yes. And when this sequence become Cauchy, so if it satisfy the property norm of yn minus yn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. Okay, that we have to show. So we consider norm of yn minus yn. We have to show this tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So by definition of this, yn is equals to xm upon norm of xm and yn is equals to xn upon norm of xn. So that is equals to, we add and subtract here xn upon norm of xm plus xn upon norm of xm. Add and subtract this term here. Okay, so after that here denominator is same, so we can take norm of xm minus xn, because this is the element of n. These all are elements of n and n is a non-linear space. Therefore this quantity must be less than or equal to, we can say this is x, this is y, this is less than or equal to norm of x plus norm of y. Okay, so in next step, here this quantity is a scalar quantity, and we know that norm of alpha x is equals to mod of alpha into norm of x. Okay, so here this is x and this is alpha, so we take norm of this element and mod of this element. So norm of xn into mod of, here we take cross multiplication. So what do we get? Mod of norm of xn minus xn upon mod of norm of xn into norm of xm into norm of xn. Okay, which is less than or equal to 1 upon this step remains same. In this state, we use the property this mod of norm of x minus norm of y is less than or equal to norm of x minus y. So here mod of norm of x minus norm of y, that is less than or equal to norm of x minus y, that means xn minus xn. Okay, but also we use norm of x minus y is equals to y minus x. We know that this is the property of norm in this case. So in place of xn minus xn, we will take xn minus xn upon norm of xn. Okay, so both terms are same, so we take addition of these two terms, that is equal to 2 times norm of xn minus xn upon norm of xn. Okay, so here we consider norm of yn minus yn, that is less than or equal to 2 times norm of xn minus xn upon norm of xn, which is tends to 0 as mn tends to infinity. Why? Because of equation 1. Norm of xn minus xn tends to 0 as mn tends to infinity, because xn is a Cauchy sequence. So we use here this quantity must be tends to 0 as mn tends to infinity. That means whole quantity tends to 0 as mn tends to infinity. There, that implies norm of yn minus yn tends to 0 as mn tends to infinity. Therefore, this satisfies the property of Cauchy sequence. Therefore, yn is a Cauchy sequence in S. Okay, this sequence which is belong to S satisfies the property of Cauchy sequence. So this sequence is a Cauchy sequence in S. Next, we have to show this sequence next we have to show Xn is a convergent sequence. Okay, so as a y is a Cauchy sequence in S and S is complete. Y is a Cauchy sequence in S and S is a complete. So by definition of completeness, this every Cauchy sequence in S is convergent. So y is a convergent. So yn must be convergent to any point in S. Then y belongs to S. Okay. As a n tends to infinity. Y belongs to S. As a y, since S is complete, y tends to y. Since S is complete, y tends to y. As n tends to infinity, y belongs to S. Y tends to y means y converges to y. Okay. So we take here definition of yn. Yn is nothing but xn upon norm of xn, which is tends to y. That implies xn tends to y into norm of xn. Okay, but here norm of xn is nothing but scalar quantity. That means it is to norm of xn equal to alpha. Alpha is a scalar, this is also scalar, and we know that scalar element belongs to any field which is called either complex or real number. Okay, so here alpha equal to norm of xn. That means our xn tends to alpha y. Okay, but alpha belongs to here. Okay, sorry, alpha belongs to field, anything, because it is scalar quantity, and y belongs to S, and S is the subspace of L. So y belongs to indirectly L, and we know that alpha y belongs to L. That implies alpha y belongs to L. Why? Because our N is a non-linear space. That means it is vector space. Okay. Every complex space is a vector space first. Okay. So alpha y belongs to N. That means xn tends to alpha y, which it belongs to N. What is the meaning of this? This means that xn tends to x, where x tends to y, which it belongs to N. That means we get one point from N where xn converges. Okay. We get one point from N where xn converges. That means our xn is a convergent. Xn is a convergent Cauchy sequence. Xn is a convergent Cauchy sequence in L. And as xn is a arbitrary Cauchy sequence in L, so every Cauchy sequence in N is a convergent. So N must be complete, and every complete non-linear space is a Banach space. So this is our Banach space. So we have to our cornerstone. Thank you.